Hey guys, the future is coming, and sooner than you think. New emerging technologies will change the way we live, how we look after our bodies and help us avert a climate disaster. In this video we will look at some technologies coming in near future. Technology moves at a relentlessly fast pace in the modern world. It can sometimes feel like every single day there are new technologies and innovations that will change our futures forever. For instance, there are artificial intelligence programs writing poems from scratch and making images from nothing more than a worded prompt. There are 3D, printed eyes, new holograms, lab-grown food, and brain-reading robots. All of this just scratches the surface of what is out there, so we've curated a guide to the most exciting future technologies, listing them all below. Number 1. Necrobotics. Sometimes new future technologies can offer amazing development, with the possibility of changing the future, while also being incredibly creepy. This is one way to describe the idea of necrobotics, as the name suggests, involves turning dead things into robots. While this sounds like a plot to a creepy horror film, this is a technology being explored at Rice University. A team of researchers turned a dead spider into a robot-like gripper, given the ability to pick up other objects. To achieve this, they take a spider and inject it with air. This works because spiders use hydraulics to force their version of blood into their limbs, making them extend. Right now this concept is in its infant stages, but it could mean a future where dead animals are used to further science. Number 2. E-skin could help us hug long-distance friends. While modern technology allows us to communicate verbally and visually, almost anywhere in the world, there is currently no reliable method of sharing the sense of touch, across long distances. Now, a wireless soft e-skin developed by engineers at the City University of Hong Kong, could one day make giving and receiving hugs over the internet a reality. The e-skin is studded with flexible actuators that sense the wearer's movements and convert them into electrical signals. These signals can then be sent to another e-skin system via Bluetooth, where the actuators convert them into mechanical vibrations that mimic the initial movements. The system could be used to allow friends and family to feel each other over long distances, according to the researchers. Number 3. Xenotransplantation. Inserting the heart of a pig into a human feels like a bad idea, and yet, this is one of the latest medical procedures that is seeing rapid progress.
We are all very excited to see this big heart beating in this human.
My dad's a fighter. He chose to do this.
Welcome to a special edition of Frontline News. I'm Larry Roberts in the University of Maryland School of Medicine News Center. In a historic medical first, doctors and scientists of the University of Maryland School of Medicine have successfully transplanted a genetically modified pig heart into a Maryland man, saving his life. David Bennett was terminally ill and did not qualify for a human transplant. Following emergency authorization from the FDA, the groundbreaking xenotransplant was performed by a team led by Dr. Bartley Griffith, who says the patient is doing as well as can be expected.
Xenotransplantation, the procedure of transplanting, implementing, or infusing a human with cells, tissues or organs from an animal source, has the potential to revolutionize surgery. One of the most common procedures performed so far is the insertion of a pig's heart into a human. This has now successfully happened twice. Yes. However, one of the patients was only alive for a few months, and the second is still being observed. In these surgeries, the heart cannot be instantly put into a human. Gene editing needs to take place first. Certain genes need to be knocked out of the heart, and human genes need to be added, mainly around immune acceptance and genes to prevent excessive growth of heart tissue. Right now, these surgeries are risky and there is no certainty around success. However, in the near future, we could see xenotransplants happening on a regular basis, providing hearts or tissues from animals to humans in need of it. Number 4. Fuel from thin air. Chemical engineers from Switzerland have created a prototype device that can produce hydrogen fuel from the water found in air.
We've invented a device that can take water from humid air and sunlight and convert it into hydrogen, which can be used as a fuel or a chemical feedstock for a future energy system based fully on renewable energy.
Inspired by leaves, the device is made from semiconducting materials that harvest energy from sunlight and use it to produce hydrogen gas from water molecules found in the atmosphere. The gas could then potentially be converted for use as liquid fuels. Number 5. 3D printed food that takes the cake. What's for dinner tonight? Soon it could be a piece of 3D printed, laser-cooked cake.
On the menu today, 3D printing.
That's right. Researchers at Columbia University School of Engineering have created a 7-ingredient cheesecake, yes, using a 3D printer.
Researchers at Columbia University School of Engineering have created a device that can construct a 7-ingredient cheesecake using food inks and then cook it to perfection using a laser. Their creation contained banana, jam, peanut butter, and Nutella. The technology could one day be used to create personalized meals for everyone, from professional athletes to patients with dietary conditions, or could be useful for those who are simply short on time. Number 6. Green funerals. Sustainable living is becoming a priority for individuals squaring up to the realities of the climate crisis, but what about eco-friendly dying? Death tends to be a carbon-heavy process, one last stamp of our ecological footprint. The average cremation reportedly releases 400 kilograms of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. So what's a greener way to go? In Washington state in the US, you could be composted instead. Bodies are laid in chambers with bark, soil, straw and other compounds that promote natural decomposition. Within 30 days, your body is reduced to soil that can be returned to a garden or woodland. Number 7. Energy storing bricks. Scientists have found a way to store energy in the red bricks that are used to build houses. Researchers led by Washington University, US, have developed a method that can turn the cheap and widely available building material into smart bricks that can store energy like a battery. Although the research is still in the proof-of-concept stage, the scientists claim that walls made of these bricks could store a substantial amount of energy and can be recharged hundreds of thousands of times within an hour. Red brick device developed by chemists at Washington University lights up a green light-emitting diode. The researchers developed a method to convert red bricks into a type of energy storage device called a supercapacitor. Number 8. Sand batteries. Not every technology bettering our future has to be complicated. Some are simple, yet extremely effective. One of these kind of technologies has come from some Finnish engineers who have found a way to turn sand into a giant battery. These engineers piled 100 tons of sand into a 4 by 7 meter steel container. All of this sand was then heated up using wind and solar energy. This heat can then be distributed by a local energy company to provide warmth to buildings in nearby areas. Energy can be stored this way for long periods of time. All of this occurs through a concept known as resistive heating. This is where a material is heated by the friction of electrical currents. Sand and any other non-superconductor are warmed by the electricity passing through them. Generated heat then can be used for energy. So these were some of the technologies coming in near future. What technology do you want in your life in 2024? Comment down your favorite. Also subscribe the channel for more informative videos.